Welcome friends, my name is Satyajeet Sahu and in today's session we will be discussing the previous year questions of BHEL. Okay, so let us welcome the participants. So we have Rajashree and Juhi and more are joining in. Okay, so let us start, but first of all let us have a short introduction about myself. My name is Satyajeet Sahu. I have done my BTech and MTech both from IIT Kharagpur. I was selected into many of the PSUs, namely Indian Oil, HPCL, RITES and Delhi Metro. I have worked in a PSU, Delhi Metro Corporation, and I have a teaching experience of more than 10 years, and I have been teaching in more than 15 states across the nation, and I teach all the civil engineering subjects. So in this particular paper discussion, we can say we will discuss the previous year questions of BHEL. Okay, so welcome Ankit and welcome civil service examination also. Okay, so warm welcome to all. So before starting the questions, let us discuss a little bit about the pattern of the examination. Okay, so the BHEL examination, there will be total of 240 questions. Okay, and the time duration is 2 hours 30 minutes. Okay, so I can say how much? 150 minutes. Okay, out of these 240 questions, okay, 120 will be from your technical subject. So for civil engineers, it will be civil engineering paper. Okay, 120 questions. Yes, and then there will be 50 questions from English, 50 questions from reasoning, and 20 questions from general knowledge. Okay, 20 questions from general knowledge. So this is more or less the pattern for the examination. This is more or less the pattern for the examination. If you see the cutoffs of the previous years, okay, so each question is having 1 mark, okay, and there is also a penalty of 1/4 of marks, means what? Minus 0.2 marks for every wrong answer. Okay, and if you see the cutoffs as per the last time cutoff, okay, and seeing the number of vacancies this year, the cutoff can be around 140 marks. Okay, this I can say is the expected cutoff. This is what I can say is the expected cutoff. Okay, so I can say out of 240 marks, you have to get around 140, and for safer side, you can target what? Your 160. That will be what? Safe score. Okay, safe score. Now for the final selection, I can say 75% weightage will be given to the written examination. Okay, 75% weightage will be given to the written examination, and 25% will be from the personal interview. Okay, and how many candidates will be selected for the personal interview? That will be in the 1:7 ratio. Yes, so the number of vacancies are 40. Okay, the number of vacancies are 40. Yes, then I can say they will select how many? 280 candidates. Okay, they will select 280 candidates for the interview. Okay, welcome Saurabh Sri. Okay, so now if you want to clear this particular exam well, okay, so you have to get a score around what? 140 to 160 to clear the cutoffs. Obviously you should score more, okay, yes, but at least you should score this much, right? Now as we saw the pattern, okay, you should be also solving questions of general English, reasoning and GK. Yes, because that is around 120 marks, which is a major weightage, right? And the general English and reasoning is of medium to easy level. Yes, it is medium to easy level. So you can easily score 80 plus, okay, from all these three sections, you can easily score 80 marks if you have practiced well. Okay, and since the time is less, yes, 150 minutes and 240 questions, so you should be going for general English, reasoning and GK first, because there the time taken for solving the questions will be little less. And then you can move to what? Your respective branch, and for civil engineers it is civil engineering, right? Now let us see the previous year questions of BHEL. Okay, so everybody, I expect that you see the question, okay, and give me the right answer. So let us start with the first question. So this is the first question. I will read the question. By that time you can type the right answer in the comment section. Okay, according to ICAO recommendation, as the elevation of locality changes, the rate at which runway length has to be modified. 4 options are given. Okay, so please see the question and give me the right answer. That what is the right answer for this? Please mention in the comment section. I will wait for your reply and then I will write down the right answer also. Okay, so please comment in the comment section the right answer. Okay, so all the participants, yes, come on, give me the answer to this. C, Asmita is telling C. Others? Yes, the answer is C. It is increased at the rate of what? 7% per 300 meter rise in the elevation above mean sea level. Okay, let us go to the next question. Okay, in the case of a vertical parabolic curve, the rate of change of gradient. Okay, so vertical parabolic curve, right? The rate of change of gradient, right? Okay, see, a vertical curve is formed when two gradients are meeting, right? Either it is a summit curve or it can be a valley curve like this, or it can be a valley curve like this. So tell me, what is the right answer to this? Okay, tell me what is the right answer for the second question. Okay, the right answer for the second question is again C. It is constant, right? Now what is the rate of change? It is what? N, right? And this is, suppose this is your N1 percentage, this is your N2 percentage, or suppose this is your N1 percentage, it is your N2 percentage, then the rate of change of gradient is what? N1 minus N2, yes. So this is what? Again your C. So you can see that the questions are very straightforward. Let us solve the next question. Okay, so here we have a numerical, right, from hydrology. Okay, here we have a numerical from hydrology. Let us read the question. It is proposed to design a culvert on a rural road. The return period adopted is 5 years. Okay, the return period for the maximum flood is your 5 years, right? So how to get the probability? How to get the probability from the return period? It is 1 by T. So I can say the probability is 1 by 5, that is how much? 0.2, right? This is the way find out what? The probability of occurrence of a particular flood from its return period. Now they're asking the probability that this flood will be exceeded at least once during the next 2 years. So I am again giving you some time. So please solve. Let us see who solves this question first. At least once. Probability of what? Exceeding at least once. I'll give you a hint. Probability of exceeding at least once is what? Is 1 minus probability of no occurrence. Probability of what? No occurrence. Now tell me, what is the right answer then here? I have given you a hint. The probability of exceeding at least once is what? 1 minus probability of no occurrence. You see, this is the probability of occurrence. Very good, Syam, very good, Madhavi, very good, Juhi, very good, yes. See, this is the probability of occurrence, right? So, 1 minus probability of no occurrence, and that too for what? Next 2 years, right? So, for 1 year, see, this is what? Probability of occurrence. So, no occurrence will be how much? No occurrence will be 1 minus P, that is how much? 0.8, right? Now this no occurrence has to happen 2 consecutive years. So the required probability will be how much? 1 minus 0.8 into 0.8. Yes, very smart audience. The answer is what? B, 0.36. Okay, let us see the next question. The next question is on the stability number, right? Geotech, right? The next question from stability number. You see, I'll just give you the equation of stability number, right? The stability number is what? Cohesion by factor of safety into the unit weight of soil into the depth of the soil, right? Now you see, if nothing is given, we can assume what? The factor of safety is 1, right? This is the Taylor's stability number. So from this formula, now tell me what will be the answer to the fourth question. What will be the answer to the fourth question? Let us see. What is the right answer? Come on, please tell very fast. We will be solving 40 questions now, okay, and then Krishna sir will solve questions from environment, RCC, analysis, mechanics, okay, so very important topics he will take. But first of all, we'll solve the 40 questions. Okay, very good. Again, it is B, right? Very good. So the cohesion is given, you see, 10. So this is your cohesion. Your factor of safety, I'll take 1. Unit weight is given 20, okay, and then your depth of soil is given 5. So this is what? 10 by 100 giving me 0.1. Let us solve the next question. The next question is, okay, from again soil and it is on classification. It is on classification. So fine sand particle size has been asked. So let us see who answers this correctly. I'll wait for answers. Answer to question number 5. Okay, I'm seeing the comments here. Okay, here all the screen is there. The screen is there. Some students are asking, sir, why you are always seeing this side? Because here the screen is there where I'm reading the comments, your answers. Okay. Okay, so what is the answer to this fifth question? Come on. What is the answer to the fifth question? No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. 0.075 to 0.425. I will tell you the classification here. You see, first we have 0.075, right? And then we have 4.75. Okay. So if the sizes are more than 4.75, they are known as what? Gravel. And sizes are less than 0.075, they are what? Your clay. Right? Now coming to sand. Sand is between what? 0.075 and 4.75. Now in sand also there are 3 classifications. Yes, there are 3 classifications. So if it is 4.75 to 2 mm, okay, we call that as coarse sand. We call that as what? Coarse sand. If it is between 0.425 mm to 2 mm, I'll call that as what? Medium sized or medium sand. And if it is from 0.075 mm to your 0.425 mm, I'll call that as what? Your fine sand. Okay. So this is the classification and they have asked it. Okay. Let us solve the next question. The next question is, okay, you see sometimes they might ask questions, okay, in your PSU examinations, especially your SSC JEE, which you can also solve by common sense, which you might not have studied before, but you can solve them by common sense. Now try this question, okay, try this question, okay. You can solve this question by common sense even if you have not studied it before. Come on, try it first and then we will solve it. Try it first. By the time I'll have some water, okay, till the time you are trying. See, ballast, we go for granite, right? And for decoration purpose or ornamental work, we go for what? Your marble. And manufacture some cement, we go for what? Chalk, or because it's limestone, right? So the left option is this one, right? So yes, the answer is what? C. So some questions can be asked in the examinations where you can do a intelligent guesswork if you are not knowing the Right answer. So the answer is what? C. Very good. Let us solve the next question. Okay. Please give me the answer to this. What is given? It is given a vertical excavation in soft saturated clay. The soil capped is a depth of 4 meters. So it is what? Maximum depth of a vertical cut. What was the formula? This is the critical height, right? And this is your 4C by gamma root Ka, right? Okay, so this is given as 4 meter. They're asking the cohesion. It's clay. Clay means what? Your phi is 0. If phi is 0, then Ka, which is what? 1 minus sine phi by your 1 plus sine phi becomes how much? It becomes 0 because phi is 0. 1, sorry. Yes. Now tell me what is the right answer. Tell me the value of cohesion. What is the right answer to this question? So you can see the questions are very straightforward. Yes, formula based, or some questions you can solve by common sense also. Okay, but you should be knowing all the coverages. Okay, so Srikant is telling B. Okay, others. What is B? Okay, it is 4C by gamma. K is 1. Okay, yes, correct, Srikant. It is 4. So C becomes equal to gamma. You see the gamma is given how much? 20,000 Newton per meter cube. That is 20 kilonewton per meter cube, right? Yes, so numerically, cohesion will be this one, C. Understood? Again, a very straightforward question. Let us solve the next question. Yes, okay. Question number 8. Now you see, this is a little lengthy question, right? Lengthy question. They are asked what? They have asked the total active earth pressure per unit length. So let us read the question and solve it. Okay, I'll solve this for you. Okay, it is lengthy questions. I'll solve this for you. Okay, so we have a retaining wall of height what? 4 meter. Okay, and then it is given that it carries a uniformly distributed load. This is what? Surcharge. So surcharge is Q is equal to 200 kilopascal. Now first of all, what I will do, first of all, I will find out the earth pressure distribution due to soil only. Yes, so due to soil, here it will be what? Ka into gamma into Z. Here Z is 0. So here I will get pressure 0, earth pressure 0. Here I will get how much? Here I will get Ka into gamma into H. Okay. Now what is your Ka? See, your angle is given 30 degree. So Ka will be how much? It will be 1 minus sine 30 by 1 plus sine 30. That is what? 1 by 3. Yes, so this will be 1 by 3. Gamma is 18,000. That is what? 18 kilonewton per meter cube. So into 18 and H is this. So I am getting how much? 24. So here I am getting what? 24. Right? And it is linear distribution. So this I will say what? The earth pressure distribution. Right? Now due to surcharge, we know we get a rectangular distribution. Right? Due to surcharge, we will get a rectangular distribution. And this value is what? Ka into Q. So Ka is 1 by 3 into Q is your 200. That will give me what? 1 by 3 into 100 is 66.67. And this is 4 meter. Now, can you give me the total earth pressure? Yes, total earth pressure will be what? The area of this distribution. So give me total earth pressure now. Okay. Give me the total earth pressure now. Yes. The total earth pressure will be half base into height, right? For this one. And the second one is what? Just 4 into 66.67. So how much are getting this value? Tell me. How much are getting this value? Tell me. So it's not a lengthy question, right? You need to be good in your concepts. It's not a lengthy question. So what is the value you are getting? So it is 48 plus something. Okay. Don't use your calculators because calculator is not allowed. Calculator is not allowed. So don't use the calculator. Yes. You can write down this as 200 by 3, right? So actually it is 48 plus 800 by 3. So it is 266 or 267. 267 plus 48. you will get around 315 is the right answer, right? So I can say this is the right answer. Don't use your calculators because in many of the PSU exams, calculators are not allowed, right? Not allowed. Okay, very good. Let us solve some more questions. So 8 number questions is done. So you can see we are solving at a very fast rate. Okay, okay. So read this question and answer me. Read this question, answer me. It is from your consolidation, right? It is from your consolidation. Please answer this question. Please answer this question. Come on. A clay layer 10 meter thick in the field takes 250 days for 50% consolidation if it is having double drainage condition. If the same clay layer is underlain by what? Hard rock. What is the meaning for this? That means now it is single drainage. Now it is single drainage. The time taken to attain 50% consolidation will be how much? Please tell me the right answer to this. How much time it will take? For double drainage, 250. For single drainage, why are you taking so much of time? Okay, Madhavi is telling A. Others? What about others? Is it A or something else? Yes, it is A. Remember that time taken for single drainage and time taken for double drainage is what? The ratio is 4, right? The ratio is 4 because time is directly proportional to D square. So for single drainage, D is H. For double drainage, it is H by 2. So this becomes what? H by 2 whole square, making it how much? 4. So for single drainage, it will be 4 times, so 1000. Why you took so much of time? That means you are not revising properly. You should be solving this question within 10 seconds, right? Okay. Now this is from your SPT, Standard Penetration Test, okay? So the SPT value is given how much? It is given N is equal to 33. Now the corrected SPT value after dilatancy correction, right? When we do the dilatancy correction, when the N is greater than 15. And the corrected value is how much? The corrected value is 15 plus half the initial value minus what? 15. So tell me what's the right answer to this? What's the right answer to this? Come on, fast. See, you can see that the question are very straightforward, right? And they are either formula based or some particular theory. Yes, yes. Even if they are numericals, you can solve within half a minute, right? Even if they are numericals, you can solve this question in half a minute. Yes. So here it will be 15 plus half 33 minus 15, that is 15 plus your 18 by 2, that is what? 9. So correct answer is 24. Again the option A. Let us see the next question. So 10 questions are over. More 30 questions to go. Okay. Now tell me this right answer. Okay. This is from vertical stress distribution. I need the right answer. Come on. I am not telling you the answer to this. Please say the right answer. For a vertical concentrated load acting on the surface of a semi-infinite elastic mass, the vertical normal stress at depth Z is proportional to. I'll give the hint. It is what? From Bosiniusku's equation, right? So what is the right answer to this? 11th question, right? So as per Bosiniusku equation, sigma Z is what? Sigma Z is, yes, 3q by 2 pi. I am not writing. I am waiting for answer. Then I'll write the formula. Tell me. Write the formula after you write down the correct answer to this. I have kept something missing. So what's the right answer to this? Why are you taking so much of time? If you are taking so much of time, then okay, how you will solve in the examination? Yes, it is C. You see, it is R by Z here, and here is what? It is Z square, right? So I can say sigma Z is inversely proportional to 1 by Z square. So I can say the right answer is C. Okay. Next question. So these questions you will be solving very fast. Now this is a little good question. Okay. So I'll solve for you, but it's not that tough also. Let us see this question. Okay. 4 statements are asked. Okay, for a compression member. Now for a compression member, the effective length depends on the boundary conditions. Yes, the effective length is what? That is your K into L, right? And the K depends on the boundary condition. Both are fixed, both are pinned. One is fixed or one is pinned, right? Okay. That means first statement is correct. First statement is correct. Now the elastic critical stress. This elastic critical stress is what? The buckling stress. And this is what? This is your pi square E by your slenderness ratio square, right? Yes. And slenderness ratio is what? L effective by the radius of gyration or minimum radius of gyration. So it is written what? The elastic critical stress in compression decreases with decrease in slenderness ratio. It is false. Why? Because you can see that here FCC is inversely proportional. This elastic critical stress, it is inversely proportional to slenderness ratio. So if the slenderness ratio decreases, this particular stress will increase, right? So this is wrong statement. This is wrong statement. The next thing is the ratio of effective length to the radius of gyration is termed as your slenderness ratio. That is correct. Yes. So statement 3 is also correct. Now the elastic critical stress in compression is independent of slenderness ratio. This is also false. It is inversely proportional to the slenderness ratio. So you can see that from simple formula they have framed what? The statement questions, right? So only S1 and S3 are correct, right? S1 and S3 are correct. Answer is what? Option A. So even if they have asked some theoretical question which looks lengthy, but actually it's not lengthy. Yes, it can be solved easily by having understanding of simple formulas and simple theory. Okay. Let us see the next question, 13 question. Okay. So this is from your transportation intersection, right? So two major roads with two lanes are crossing in urban area to form an uncontrolled intersection. The number of conflict points when both roads are two-way is X and both roads are one-way is Y. The ratio of conflict points X to, here it is missing, X to Y. So tell me what's the right answer to this? Okay. X is when both the roads are two-way, right? And Y is when both the roads are one-way. So what is this ratio? That means you should be knowing X and Y, right? So tell me the right answer to 13. 13, what is the right answer? I want to see in the comment section. Thirteenth question, what is the right answer? Kaushik is writing A. Very good, Srikant and Kaushik. Yes, the right answer is A. Yes, because your X is what? X is 24 and Y is 6. Very good, Srikant. So the right answer is 4. Yes. Let us solve the next question. Again, you are seeing that the question are all straightforward questions, right? Okay. Okay. So this is numerical from your railway engineering, right? Okay. So let me solve this for you. Okay. So we know the concept of grade compensation, right? If you don't know, I am telling again here that grade compensation is done when there is a horizontal curve and a gradient also. And for railways, this grade compensation is how much? 0.04% per degree, right? So here it is a 2-degree curve. So in this case, the grade compensation will be how much? 0.04% into 2. Yes, because 2 degree. That makes it 0.08%. Yes, and we are to find out the steepest gradient permissible, or can say permissible gradient, or can say the final gradient, right? When they're asking you the permissible gradient means what? They're asking the final gradient. Now this is the initial gradient. The ruling gradient is what? The initial gradient. Now it is in 1 in 200. Can I express in percentage? Yes. It will be 1 by 200 into what? 100. So this will be 0.5%. So what will be the final gradient? Final gradient will be equal to your initial gradient minus this grade compensation, right? Minus this grade compensation. So initial one is 0.5 and the grade compensation is 0.08, making it how much? 0.42 percentage. Now 0.42 percentage, if I want to express in 1 in n ratio, so 0.42% is what? 0.42 by 100. Yes, if I want to express in what? In 1:n ratio, so I'll divide it by 0.42, I divide it by 0.42. So I'll get what? 1 by 100 by 0.42. So what is the right answer to this? Tell me. What is the right answer then here? Tell me. What is the right answer? Please tell for this question. Just divide 100 by 0.42. How much are you getting? Hello, Vicky. B 1 in 238. Yes. So this is the right answer. Yes. Okay. Next question. Okay. Tell me, what's the right answer to this? We'll complete before time. Don't worry. Okay. Come on. So here I will explain to you. Okay. Here I will explain to you. See, there is a concept of what? Your maximum slenderness ratio. Sir, we have to go for 70 by R. No. That is for highways. That is for highways. This is for railway. Broad gauge line. It's railways. Highways is different thing, right? Highways, we have different rules for grade compensation, right? Now, there is a concept of maximum slenderness ratio. Now, slenderness ratio is what? L effective by R, right? L effective by R. Now, the maximum value for this depends on various conditions for a tie member. Tie member means what? Tension member, right? For a tie member means what? Tension members. If only tension is coming, if there is only tension, okay, then this value is what? 400. If there is reversal of stress, if there is what? Reversal of stress means what? Sometimes compression is also coming due to some reasons, reversal of stress. And if the reason is dead load and live load, no wind load or earthquake load means what? No wind load, earthquake, then the value is 180. And if wind load and earthquake, then the value is 350. You should be remembering these values. They can directly ask what? The maximum slenderness ratio for your tie or tension members. So reversal of stress due to wind load earthquake is 350. Loads other than wind load earthquake, it is 180. And if there is no reversal, only tension, then 400. Right? Now in this case, it is written what? Possible, the spelling is still wrong. Possible reversal of stress due to wind load, right? So I'll take which one? 350 value. I'll take which one? 350. So that means here, this value is what? This value is 350. Now, slenderness is, radius of gyration is what? It is root under I by A. Now, if it's a steel rod, it is having circular cross section. So, circular cross section will have I how much? Pi by 64 d to the power 4. Yes, circular cross section. And area will be pi by 4 d square. So this will be d square, pi get cancelled, and this will become 16. So if you take a square root of d square by 16, you will get how much? D by 4. So the radius of gyration, this is not radius, this is what? Radius of gyration is coming how much? D by 4, it's coming D by 4. So from here I can say the maximum length, yes, the maximum permissible length will be how much? It will be D by 4 into 350. So D is given how much? 20. So 20 by 4 into 350, yes. So how much I am getting? I am getting a value of 1750 mm. So again you can see that even if they have asked a numerical, you can solve within what? Your half a minute. See, I also solved. By explaining and solving also I am able to solve within 1 minute also. because I'm thorough with the concepts and formulas. So similarly, if you're thorough with the concepts and formulas, you can easily solve numericals also. Okay. Next question. Okay, it's a very straightforward question. Why we go for your accident studies, your collision studies, okay, collision diagrams we study, right? This is what? Accident studies, right? This is what? Accident studies. So why we go for, what is the aim for the accident studies, or when we draw the collision diagrams after studying the accidents, okay? So why we go for that? Let us see the options. So tell me, just see. Now you see this thing, this type of questions are theoretical questions, okay, and you might not have read it before in details, but you can do an intelligent guess, right? Okay, so read the question and tell me what will be the right answer. Just do an intelligent guess, eliminate the options. Let us see why we go for this accident studies. Okay, now see the options and just give me a right answer. Do an intelligent guess. Do an intelligent guess. Sometimes in this type of examination, okay, sometimes in this particular examination, some questions will be there which will be theoretical and you might not be knowing. But certainly if you know the things, BYJU'S application में hydraulic machine नहीं है sir. Is there. It's a separate chapter, turbo machinery. Okay, it is under the topic turbo machinery. Okay, you can see turbo machinery. Okay. Hello Rahul. Okay. What's the right answer? D. Very good. You see, you are able to do an intelligent guess also. See, when we do your accident studies, you cannot eliminate accidents, right? You cannot eliminate accidents. You cannot make accidents zero, right? That is not possible, right? That is not the, see, obviously our aim is to reduce the accidents. Okay, our aim is to reduce the accidents, but we cannot make it zero by just having accident studies. Yes, okay. So, study the accident pattern, yes. Making statistical analysis, we are engineers, right? We are here to understand what? The pattern of accident, yes, and then try to reduce them. So we are not into statistical analysis of the accident, so this is also a wrong option. And determine remedial measures, right? Remedial measures means what? You have to design your geometric design in such a way that, or you can say develop, friction in such a way that you're reducing the accidents, okay? So we can say the right answer is this, statement 2 and 4. Such kind of questions also you can answer, okay? Okay, this is a question for photogrammetry. I will solve this for you. Okay? Okay. Now you see, it is written, what is the actual ground area covered by a 20 centimeter into 20 centimeter vertical aerial photograph with a scale of 1 centimeter is to 200 meter. How to solve this question? I will tell you. So this is a photograph, right? This is a photograph. Okay. Now here it is written what? 60% forward overlap. So 60% is forward overlap. 60% is covered, right? Okay, because there will be overlapping of pictures, right? And then 20 meters of what? Side overlap. Okay, 20% of what? Side overlap. Okay, so I can say that this is covering this much area net, right? You can see this much area. The left one, right? So the left one will be how much? You see, 60% is gone. So this will be how much? 40%, right? This will be 40%. Yes. And this will be how much? 80%, right? 80%, right? So I can say originally it was how much? 20 centimeter into 20 centimeter, right? 20 centimeter into 20 centimeter. Now this left one dimensions will be how much? This will be 40% of 20. That is how much? 8 centimeter. And this will be 80% of 20. That is how much? 16 centimeter, right? 16 centimeter, right? So, I can say this area will be how much now? This area will be how much? It will be 16 into 8. Giving me how much? What is this answer? Tell me. 16 into 8 will be how much? Now, I am not using the calculator. Therefore, I am asking you, okay? I can use the calculator also for faster calculation, but it will be how much? So it will be 160 minus 16, 144, right? 144, right? Okay, why everyone is not answering? Everyone just seeing the movie. Are you seeing movie? You have to solve also, right? You also have to solve with me, right? So it is 144, right? It is 144 centimeter square. Now the scale is given what? It is given 1 centimeter, 128. How? Oh yeah, 128. Yes, 128. Correct, 128, yes. So scale is given what? 1 centimeter is to 200 meter. So 1 centimeter square will be how much? 200 square meter square, right? This is how much? 40000 meter square. So this will be in the actual ground how much? 128 into your 40,000, right? And this is in meter square. The answer is asked in kilometer square. So 1 meter square is 1 by 10 to the power 6 kilometer square, right? 1 kilometer square is 10 to the power 6 meter square. Yes. So what's the final answer here? These 4 zeros will cancel. I'll get 0.04, right? 0.04 into 128. Yes. You can see it is what? More than 5, right? So this will be 5.12. See, do you need to do the calculations also? If you do the calculation also, you can make it what? 128 into 4 by 100, right? So this will be how much? You can see 480 plus 32, 512 by 100. That is equal to 5.12 kilometer square. Okay. So again you can see that, even if it's a numerical, tell me, you can solve this question in 1 minute or not? Tell me. Even if it's a numerical, can you solve this question in 1 minute or not? Tell me. It's a very, common thing among students that numericals are asked and we are not able to solve. Now tell me, can you solve these numericals within 1 minute or not if you have practiced it before? If you know the concepts properly, without calculator also you can do. Okay, without calculator also you can do if you have practiced it before. Let us solve the next question. Okay, so maximum flexural stress, strength of material. Okay, so if you have a simply support beam, and a load is acting, how much? 100 kilonewton load is acting. Okay, what is the maximum flexural stress? Okay, maximum bending stress, right? And it's a rectangular beam of what? Width B and depth L. So the maximum bending stress formula is how much? The maximum bending stress formula is your M by Z, right? M by Z. Yes. And then M is what? See, it is written, the load can be placed anywhere along the span. But where will get the maximum moment? When it is placed centrally. Yes. So it is WL by 4, na? The maximum moment. Due to this, you have to know this formula. And this is what? Z is what? BD square by 6, right? BD square by 6. So this is 3 by 2. I can say this will be WL. And then 3 by 2. Now tell me what is the right answer to this. Tell me. Put the values and tell me what is the right answer to this. Okay. So W is given how much? 100. Just have to put 100 here. So what will happen? This will be 150 L by BD square. The right answer is B. Again you can see, you can solve this question, okay, within short time if you know the formulas. Next question. Okay. Most fundamental line in surveying. Okay, please answer me this. The most fundamental line in surveying. Very straightforward question. The most fundamental line in surveying. Come on, we are going little slow. Come on, fast. We are going little slow. Most fundamental line in a surveying. If we have this earth surface, okay, we know that this is the level surface. Any surface parallel to a surface is the level surface. And what is the plumb line? Plumb line is what? Plumb line is line connecting any point on the level surface to what? To the center of the earth. Yes, and this is the right answer. This is what? The most fundamental line in the surveying. Next question. Okay. So it is written that this is the V function, some fluid mechanics also. Okay. We have to find out the condition for irrotationality, right? For irrotational flow, we know that your du by dy will be equal to what? dv by dx. Yes. And in this equation, you can see that this is your u, this is your v, right? This is your v. Now, Put this condition and tell me the right answer now. Yes, this is a condition for what? Your e-rotational flow, right? This is the condition for your e-rotational flow. So tell me the right answer now. What was the right answer to this? Come on, fast. So such many sessions I will be conducting in the future for BHEL, for HPCL, okay? Yeah, Ankush, it is sufficient for your GATE and other PSU exam, sufficient. If you have covered them, solve the question. Yes, it's sufficient. It is sufficient. Or I can say 97% sufficient. I will give a margin of 3%. I'll give a margin of 3%. Okay, very good Kosik, very good Achu. Yes. You see, du by dy, I will get what? Minus b na, you see. U is ax minus by. So if you partially differentiate with respect to y, you will get minus b. And then you see, v is what? It is actually minus cx minus dy. So if you differentiate with respect to your x, you will get what? Minus c. So the condition is D. Very good. Next question. Okay. Now again you can see a common sense question. You can do this by common sense. Maximal allowable grades are lower for railways than for highways. Why? Okay. Why the maximum allowable gradients are lower for railways as compared to highways? It's a common sense question. You can solve by common sense also. Okay. So numericals you can solve by solving knowing the basic formulas and all, you can see. Okay, but this kind of theoretical questions, either you will know the answer. If you don't know also, you can do an intelligent guess also. So what's the right answer to this? Please tell me the right answer. A? No. A or B? A or B or C? Which is the right answer? B is the right answer. You see, the steel wheels on steel rails have lower frictional coefficient than rubber tires. Yes, since there is lower friction, therefore we allow lower gradients. You can see again a common sense question, right? Next question. Okay, this is from open channel flow. They're asking which of the profiles are what? Your backwater curve profiles. Backwater curve profiles means when there is flow on a particular gradient and there's an obstruction, then water collects behind that obstruction. So which of the following is a backwater? Okay, the following is backwater. Okay, so small correction, this will be actually your S1. This will be your S1. Okay, small correction. So in this the right answer is A. I will just explain to you. See, when there is mild slope, okay, when there is mild slope is defined by what? That the normal depth is more than what? The critical depth. This is the definition of mild slope. Normal depth is more than the critical depth. So if you have an obstacle like this, okay, if you have an obstacle like this, then what will happen? The flow naturally always occur in the normal depth, right? Like this. So there will be profile like this. This is what? This is your M1, right? And this is the backwater curve. And similarly, your S1 is also a backwater curve, and similarly for H3 also. Okay. So this is the right answer. Okay, I cannot go into details of this. Why? Because I have to teach the open channel flow. You should be knowing this answer. Okay. Let us see the next question. Okay. So this is again what? Memory based. So some memory based questions are also asked like this in your PSU examination, in your SSCJ examinations. Okay. So this is a memory based examination. You can say not every question not memory based, right? Now many students have this conception that everything is memory based. You can see most of the questions were what? Were from direct formulas or direct theory. And this is also from memory. So what is the right answer to this? For a raft foundation, you have to remember this for these things, okay? The maximum permissible differential settlement and the maximum settlement are how much? Now it's a table. There is a table for this. For raft foundation, for isolated footing in clay soil, okay? So all those things are there, okay? So you have to remember this table, okay? So I am not mentioning table here, but what I tried to show is that some direct questions, memory based questions can be also asked, and the right answer to this particular question is your answer A, okay? So this kind of questions also you should see before going to the BHEL examination. Now next question, okay. Now try to solve this question, let us see. The theoretical buckling load for a column with pinned ends is 100 kilonewton. Now what is the buckling load if both ends are fixed, other things remaining same? Now the buckling load is what? The buckling load is pi square EI by L effective square. Now if both ends are pinned, yes, then the effective length is what? Equal to L only. So it becomes what? L square. Now when both ends are fixed, yeah, if we concentrate on gate, everything is covered. Or I can say 95% is covered, 90 to 95% is covered, okay. Always I will give a factor of safety, right? So pi square EI by L by 2 square, right? Yes, if we have both end fixed, then this is the formula, right? And both pinned, so this is the formula. So what is the right answer? You can see, again you are able to solve by knowing the basic concepts, right? So all the PSU exams you can easily crack if you have covered the basics in your GATE examination. So you see, this is given 100, yes, so this will be how much? This is actually L square and this will be 4. So this will become how much? Automatically become how much? 400. So this is the right answer. Yes. So how many of you are finding the questions of BHEL not very easy? I will not tell very easy. If you don't know the formula, it is tough, right? But you can see that you can easily solve these questions by knowing the basic concepts, right? By knowing the basic concepts, you can easily solve the questions. All these questions are your previous year questions of BHEL. These are all what? Previous year questions of BHEL. So next question, okay? So tell this question. This is the answer, okay? Now this is a question from surveying. If you don't know the answer also, you can do an intelligent guess also. You can always do an intelligent guess if you don't know the answer. Please solve this. Tell me what is the right answer to this. Do an intelligent guess. I'll wait for your answer. Okay, so don't go anywhere. So after this, Krishna sir will be taking RCC, environment, structural analysis, engineering mechanics questions, okay? So it is, you can say today we have a marathon session, right? Today we have a marathon session where we are not only solving questions, because sample questions, we are actually solving the previous year questions. So what's the answer to this? Yes, D. Yes. Okay, topographical, you can eliminate, right? You can do an elimination here, right? Because topographical survey is to study topography, right? Okay, whether it is forest, whether it is this urbanized, okay, whether it is roads, right? Cadastral survey is for defining the boundaries, right? Land boundaries. And geodetic is a type of surveying, okay? In plane surveying, we consider the Earth surface as plane. In geodetic, we consider it as curved. So the correct answer is what? D. Yes, you can do an intelligent guesswork also. Okay, another theoretical question. One of the probable reasons for rutting on flexible payments. Okay, rutting is what? Rutting is actually, if we have, you know, in flexible payments, we have the top surface, then base, then sub-base, then subgrade, right? Yes, we can say this is a typical cross-section of a flexible payment, right? Now what is rutting? Rutting is when you get deformations like this. This is what? Rutting. This is what? Rutting, right? Rutting. So they are asking the probable cause for rutting. Yes, the probable cause for rutting is your inadequate compaction of payment layers. Yes, as Yamuna has also rightly answered, it is what? Inadequate compaction of payment layers. If the compaction is not done properly, there will be deformations like this under what? Wheel load. Under the wheel load, there can be deformations like this. This is what? The concept of rutting, and it happens due to inadequate compaction of payment layers, especially the subgrade, because rutting starts with the subgrade. Okay, it starts with subgrade. So if there is insufficient compaction of the payment layer, especially the subgrade, there will be rutting. The next question is 27. Okay, okay, now answer this. Now answer this, okay, from your soil exploration. Let us see. Answer this. See the options, and you can do some intelligent guesswork also if you don't know all the answers. In Match the Following, what is the good thing is that you can do some intelligent guesswork also. Let us see. Please solve fast. please do attend these sessions. They will help you in your WEL, in your HPCL, and in SSC JEE examination, in the GATE examinations. Everywhere these sessions will be helping you, okay? B, Rahul is telling B, okay, others. Yes, very good. The answer is B only. You see, pile load test, cyclic pile load test, even if you don't know the details, it will be related to pile. Yes, and in pile we have skin friction resistance and end bearing or point bearing. So, first match is this. Now, plate load test is conducted to find out what? Modulus of subgrade reaction, right? So, this is the second match. And after this only, you need not to check the other options, right? You see, this is the only option matching, right? This is the only option matching, right? So, if you don't know the answer to pressure meter also, okay, is something on elastic constants, even if you don't know. But standard penetration test is to find out what? The strength, yes, bearing capacity and all, yes. So, I can say this is your right answer, okay. Next question. Okay, answer me this. Critical flow condition in an open channel. What is the right answer to this? Critical flow condition. Yes. Let us see. Critical flow condition. 4 options are given. Again, theoretical question, but you can solve this question within 15 seconds if you know the right answer. Okay. So you can see that they're asking mix, yes, mix of your numericals also and theoretical also, right? Numerical also, theoretical also. Come on, fast. No, for a specific, you can say given specific energy, the discharge is maximum. This is the right answer. The discharge is maximum at the critical flow for a given specific energy. Okay, for a given specific energy, your discharge is maximum. Okay. Now this question is theoretical question. I will not a numerical question, but I will solve it for you. Okay. The question is, okay, the strain energy, it is E actually. So when a bar is subjected to F1 force, the strain energy is E1. Okay. Now same bar, when it is subjected to F2, energy is E2. Right. Now what is the strain energy formula? That is your half load into your deformation. Right. Now the load is what? F1 in case of 1. Okay. Okay. And here the hydro velocity heading, okay. So let us come to this question. And deformation is what? PL by AE. Okay. So Srikant answered this question also. Very good, Srikant. I'll just explain this. Okay. And then PL by A is deformation, we know, right, for bars. So here it will be what? I can say F1, sorry. What happened? Sorry, yes. F1 L by A, giving me how much? F1 square. So I can say E1 will be equal to F1 square L by A. Similarly, E2 will be equal to F2 square L by A. Now when both the loads are acting together, and the energy is E suppose, then I can say E will be equal to F1 plus F2 whole square L by A. Now if you compare, you see E1 plus E2, compare E1 plus E2 with E, what is happening? You see, all the terms are same, right? LA is same. But this is related to what? You see F1 plus F2 square, and this is related to F1 square, and this is related to what? F2 square. And obviously, F1 plus F2 square will be more than what? F1 square plus F2 square. Yes, the right answer is this one then, right? E will be greater than E1 plus E2. You can see again, you're able to solve this question by just knowing the basic formula of what? Strain energy, right? Let us see the next question. Okay, so this question is about a deflection of beams, okay? Deflection of beams, okay? So it's a 2-meter cantilever beam and 12 kilonewton load is acting. It is written what is the moment applied on the free end so that the net vertical deformation is or deflection is 0. Suppose this is M. This is your load P suppose, and this is the L length 2 meter. We know due to your point load in the cantilever, what is the deflection at the free end? It is PL cube by what? EI, right? Yes, PL cube by EI. And due to the moment, it will be what? ML square by 3EI, and this is ML square by 2EI, right? This is due to the moment and this is due to the load. If they are writing 0 vertical deflection, these two has to be same. Now using this relationship, give me the right answer for the moment. Now general studies, we will have another session, okay? This is only for civil. For general studies, for your reasoning, for English, general English and GK, will have different sessions, okay? So what's the right answer to this? Ladies and gentlemen, please answer me. B, how are you getting B? In the previous question, okay, 2A, sorry. Here I missed the 2 term, okay, but the answer was not unaffected by that, okay. What is the right answer to this? Then what is the moment you are getting here? Why are you taking so much of time? Should be solving the questions very fast. What is the moment you are getting? I'll solve for you then. 12 into L cube by 3EI is equal to ML square by 2EI. You're getting 24. How? EI get cancelled. L is there. Okay, this is 4. So M is equal to 4 into L into 2. So L is 2. So 4 into 4. I am getting 16 now. How you are getting D, Baba? Huh? How you are getting D? Huh? What mistake you did that you are getting D? Yes, the answer is B now. 16 kilonewton meter, and it is what? Anti-clockwise. You can see the direction. So what mistake you did? Don't do such kind of mistakes. Okay. Now you can see that again you are able to solve this question by knowing the basic formulas, right? So it's very important that you know all the basic formulas. Then you can easily solve 80 to 90% of the question. Obviously you cannot solve 100%, okay? Some questions they will ask which will be difficult or weird, okay? But even if you solve 80 to 90% questions, you clear your cutoff. Okay. Next question. Okay, the maximum shear stress. So some Mohr circle stuff, right? So the maximum shear stress is what? The radius of the Mohr circle, and that is how much? Your sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy whole square. You can see that sigma x, yes, this is how much? 50 here, and sigma y, okay, that is how much? 10 here, and tau xy is 15. So what is the right answer to this? Maximum shear stress. Directly they have asked what? The radius. Okay, the radius of a Mohr circle is the maximum shear stress, right? So from Mohr circle, again you can see that very basic questions are asked. And you don't need the calculator also. Yes, it is 50 minus 10 divided by 2. No, they have not asked this, see, Achu. They have not asked this. This is for fixed end moment you are telling. No. That is you are using both ends are fixed. That is something different. Okay. That is something different. Okay. They are not asked this. They are not asked the moment at the fixed end. They have asked how much moment you will apply so that you will have zero deflection. They are not asking you the moment at the fixed end. Okay. If they are asking you moment at the fixed end, that is different thing. 12 into 2. Okay, they have asked what? What is the moment you will apply at the free end so that your deflection is 0? Okay. Okay, so what is the answer to this? Very good. Plus 15 square. You need not use a calculator also. Okay, this is what? 20 square is what? 400. And then 15 square is 225. This is root under 625. The answer is what? Answer is 25. Answer is 25. Right? Yes. Now suppose I ask you the principal stress. Principal stress is what? The major principal stress is the center plus R. Na? Now center is what? Center is sigma x plus sigma y divided by 2. That is how much? That is your sigma x is how much? 50 plus 10 by 2. I am getting how much? Your 30, right? So the maximum principal stress will be 30 plus 25. That is how much? 55. If they at all asked, they are not asked, but in some other question they can ask this, right? Maximum principal stress and minimum principal stress, or major and minor. 30 minus 25, right? C minus R. And 5. They can ask this. They have asked only the radius. They can ask other things also. And again, if they ask, they will ask very basic questions. Next question. Okay. Some questions on the vertical stress. Some questions on the vertical stress. Determine the effective vertical stress at 5 meters below the bed of a river. Okay. So, if we have a river bed, okay, if you have a river bed, that means the water table is above it, right? The water table is above it. Now, we know that the effective stress is not effective if the water table goes above it. So, what we do? In this case, we bring the water table here at the ground level only and we can do the analysis. Okay. So, if the water table is above the river bed, okay, the effective stress calculations remain same as it is at the river bed only, or I can say the ground level. So in this case, they are asking what? At 5 meter depth. It's a very easy question now. Yes, the effective stress will be what? I can say directly gamma submerged into the depth, which is 5 meter. And gamma submerged will be how much? The saturated minus what? Gamma W, right? And into this is 5. Directly you can solve 10.19 into 5, giving me how much? Almost I can say, tell me right answer then. Tell me right answer. What is the right answer to this? Yes, 51 around, right? Okay, you're getting 51 around, right? Understood this? Getting around 51 is the right answer. Okay, let us solve the next question. Okay. Okay, length of summit curve. Length of summit curve, okay? They've asked the length of summit curve, topping side distance is given, right? So length of summit curve is what? That is your NS square by 4.4, right? If we have SST, it is NS square by 9.6 if you have OST, right? So directly I can apply. N is what? N is your N1 minus N2 percentage, right? You see it is given what? 3% up gradients meet what? 5% down gradient. So this is 3%, this is 5% minus down, right? So N will be equal to 3 minus of minus 5, that is how much? 8%, or I can say 0.08, right? So this will be 0.08 into 128 square divided by 4.4. Now calculator is not there here, okay? So calculator is not there, so you have to solve it in the examination. Now you can use the calculator for just knowing the things, okay? I'll also use the calculator. Okay, for knowing the things, but in the examination calculator is not there, so you should be doing your calculations fast. So I'm getting almost 298. Almost I'm getting what? 298. See if you can do the calculations by what? 8 by 100. I can take this as almost 130. Yes, 130 square, 130 square. Okay, I can take this as 4.4. Yes, this will become 169 into 8 by 4.4. So if I divide this is, by 4, I'll get here 2, I'll get here 1.1, right? And I'll almost get here what? Almost I will get here 50, I almost get here 150 here, right? So 150 into 2 is what? Almost 300. So answer will be 298. So you can do, rough calculations like this by approximating also, right? By approximating also you can do the rough calculations, okay? So this is the right answer, 290 is the right answer. Again you can see direct formula, right? Again you can see direct formula, okay? Now this is the next question. This is from hydrology, okay? This is from hydrology. You can see that the topic asked more in these PSU examinations is your environmental and geotech. Okay, some strength of metal questions are also asked. Okay, after this, but and many questions are asked from your RCC also. Okay, many questions they will ask from RCC also. So after this session, so means this session is a continuation session. So now I will be solving till 40 questions, and then Krishna sir will be solving questions from RCC, environment analysis. So please stay tuned. Don't leave the class. Okay, the class will be continuing. It's a switch class. Means first I will take, and then Krishna sir will take. Okay. So it's a mass curve, means what? The cumulative rainfalls are given here. The cumulative rainfalls are given, okay? They have asked the maximum intensity. To find out the maximum intensity, I'll find out the individual rainfall. I can say interval rainfall. I'll first know what? Interval rainfall. So you can see that how to find out interval rainfall. First it is 0. Then in the next from 0 to 25. Now from 20 to 40, how much? 12 minus 5, na? Yes, because this is the total one. Total one means starting from the initial time, right? So it will be 7. From 40 to 60, it will be how much? It will be 26 minus 12, that is what? 14, right? And then I write down here 26 minus 12, that is what? 14. And then from 60 to 80, it will be 32 minus 26, that is how much? That is your 6. And then from 80 to 100, it is how much? 35 minus 32, that is how much? Your 3. So these are the interval rainfalls. These are what? The interval rainfall. Okay. This column is about the cumulative rainfall. These are what? The cumulative rainfall. Now they have asked the intensities, the maximum intensity in any interval. Now you see these intervals are 20 minutes interval. 20 minutes interval is what? 20 minute interval is 1/3 hour, right? 1/3 hour. These are the interval rainfall. So can I say the intensities in mm per hour will be your rainfall divided by time. So 0 divided by time, 0 is time is how much? 1/3. 0 divided by time will be what? 0 only. 5 divided by 1/3 is how much? 5 into 3, that is 15. Yes, 5 divided by 1/3, 15, or I am multiplying actually 5 into 3, right? Similarly, this will be 21, this will be 42, this will be 18, and this will be 9. I'm just multiplying 3. I'm dividing by 1/3. I'm dividing by 1/3, I'm multiplying 3. So the maximum intensity in any interval is how much? 42. The right answer is T. Understood this particular question on hydrology? Yes. Again you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that again you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that this question is what? This question is easy. This question is easy if you know the basic concepts of what? Finding the intensity of rainfall, right? From cumulative, I found out the interval rainfall, and from that I am finding what? The intensities. Okay, let us solve the next question. Okay, it is from your soil mechanics. I'll solve this for you. Okay, so we are doing some sieve analysis, and we have 3 sizes of sieves. So first one is your 600 micrometer. Then we have the 500 micron or micrometer. Then we have the 425 micron or micrometer. Okay. Now what is written? Out of 2 kg, 800 retained on this 600. So here it is 800. Okay. Then 1000 was retained on the 500. Okay. And then 200 was retained on this 425. It is given to us. They're asking you the uniformity coefficient or coefficient of uniformity. It is Cu. Cu is what? D60 by D10. It is what? D60 by D10. Right? Now, what is D60? D60 is the percentage of particles passing through your, it's the size such that 60% pass through it. Now tell me, from this 600 micron, how much passed? Can I say 1000 and 12 and 200? So can I say from 600 micrometer, 1200 passed. 1200 passed means what? Total will be how much percentage? Total is 2 kilo, so 200. So this much percentage passed now, which is how much? If you see, it is 60%. So I can say the percentage passing is what? 60% for this 600 micrometer. For this 500, how much passed? 200 passed, right? 200 passed through it, yes. 200 passed through it, this one only. So the percentage will be how much? 200 by 2000 into 100 giving me how much? 10%. Giving me what? 10%. So 600 micrometer is the size such that 60% pass. So that is your D60, right? Yes, this is 600. And then 500 is the size such that 10% passed. So this is what? D10. The answer is what? 1.2. Again, you can see it's a very straightforward question, right? Again, you can see that this is a very straightforward question. Everybody understood this question or not? Okay. Now, why you are telling A? A is the wrong answer. A is, you are dividing. You see what you did. Those who are getting A, what you did, you know? You did 600 by 425. Yes, this is wrong. Why this is wrong? Because we have to take passing. Nothing is passing from 425. Yes, nothing is passing from 425, right? So 200 passed through 500. When I am telling retained on 425, that means what? Passing through 500, right? Yes. So when I am taking D60 or D10, it is not what is retained on that. It is what? It is what passes through that. Understood everyone? What mistake you did, Praveen and Srikant? Understood what mistake you did? You took how much is retained? No. How much is passing? So I can say from 600, 1200 is passing. From 500, 200 is passing. From 425, nothing is passing. Yes. So the percent finer, or I can say how much passing percentage, that is how much? 10% for 500 micrometer size and 60% for your 600 micrometer. So the answer is what? B. So this mistake many students do. So therefore we understood that not to not do this mistake. Next question. Okay, this is from contours. So this is from contours. Tell me the right answer. See the options and tell me the right answer then. So 5 more questions to go. After that, Krishna sir will come and solve questions from RCC, environment, structural analysis. Okay, so good topics. So please solve this question. What is the right answer to this? Come on. Contour with higher values inside. Okay, C. Smita is telling C. Others? Very good, Srikant. Very good, Asmita. Very good. Yes. With higher values inside, we get for a hill, right? We get for a hill, right? Because in the hill, we'll get contours like this, such that here suppose it is 130. As we move away from the center of the hill, what will happen? The elevations decrease, right? The elevations decrease for a hill, right? And then where the contour lines intersect each other, cross each other, we will get for a overhanging cliff. See, overhanging cliff is like this, you see? Overhanging cliff is like this. Yes, it's an overhanging cliff. Yes. So what will happen? If you are seeing at this location, we are getting 2 elevations, right? Okay. Suppose this is the land like this, we are getting 2 elevations, right? Therefore, contours will cross each other, okay? And then the contours are closely spaced. That indicates what? Steep slope. If they are spaced, the spacing is high, then the slope is not steep, it is mild, right? And then different animals unite to form a one line. That is what? Vertical cliff. That is vertical cliff. Why? Because in a vertical cliff, you see, for a vertical clip, I'll get something like this. So you can see that here many points have same elevations, right? Not elevation, that many elevations are present at one locations, right? They will what? They will join to form one line. The answer is C. Yes. So again, you can see very straightforward question, right? Okay. Now this question is from fluid mechanics. We'll solve this. This is from your applying the balloon equation. Okay. So we have a pipe like this. We have a pipe like this. Okay. This point is A and this point is B. Okay. It's written what? The end B actually, the water flows, let me do the question, through a pipe. There is some printing mistake. Okay, the end B of the pipe is above the A end. There's some corrections, okay, some corrections. So this is actually A and this is, okay, this is above, na? So this is B and this is A. Okay. There's some typing mistake. Let me correct the question. The end B of the pipe is above end A and makes 30-degree angle. Yes, this is 30-degree angle. So the pressure at end B is given. It is given how much? It is given your 20 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, 20 kilonewton per meter square. Right? You have to find out the pressure at A. So we'll apply Bernoulli. So if we apply Bernoulli, you see PA by your unit weight of water, because water is flowing, plus your V square by 2G plus the elevation of A will be equal to the pressure had at B plus the velocity had at B and then the elevation at B. Okay. Now what will happen? The velocity will not change because you can see that the pipe is having same cross section, uniform cross section from A to B. So the velocity will not change. So I can say this gets cancelled. Now see the difference in elevation. Okay, suppose this is your ZB and this is your ZA. The difference in elevation is how much, tell me? Difference in elevation ZB minus ZA. You see this is given 12 meter length. So this will be 12 sine theta, right? So 12 sine theta will be how much? Or 12 sine 30 is how much? Half, that is 6 meter, right? I can say this is 6 meter. So now you can see I can easily solve this question now. So your ZB minus ZA is 6 meter. Okay, ZB minus ZA is 6 meter. So I can tell PA minus PB by gamma W, yes, will be equal to ZB minus ZA, which is your 6 meter, right? So the difference in pressure will be 6 into gamma W, that is 9.81. So how much I will get? Almost 60. Let us take it 60. Let me take it 10. Let me say 60. So pressure at A will be pressure at B. That is how much? Given 20 plus 60, almost I can say 80. Because I have taken 10. If I take 9.8, I will get this answer. Again, you can see that it is a numerical and it's from Bernoulli. But you can see the question is not tough. Yes, you can solve this question within 1 minute if you know the concept. Okay. Next question, 38 question. Okay. So some things about surveying, bearing thing, right? Bearing. Okay. So I'll give you some time to solve. Can you solve this question and tell me? I'll give you some time because we are left with 3 more questions. So please solve this question. Let us see if you are able to solve this question. Very straightforward question. See, no need to remember any formula for this bearing and all. You can solve this question easily by diagram only. So I'll draw the diagram. By the time you also try to solve, I'll draw the diagram by the time. So for your help, I have drawn the diagram also. Let us see who will solve this question first. Very good, Rahul. Very good. Very good. Very good. Nice. See, whenever the right bearing means what? It is your forebearing. Whenever the right bearing means what? It is forebearing. So you see the forebearing of line CD is 140. And always we'll take the bearings from where? Always take bearing from the north, okay? From north to south we'll take, right? Clockwise. You see this is given 140. Given 140, sorry. Then the angle CDE is given your 116, okay? 116. They have asked the bearing of DE. Bearing of DE means what? Again from north to south you will take clockwise. So this is asked. So from diagram only you can solve this. You see this is 140. So this also will be 140. Right? Alternate angles. So this angle will be how much? This angle will be your 40. So this particular angle will be how much? It will be 116 minus 40. So whenever they ask questions on this bearing and angles, never use any formula. I never use any formula for this. Always draw the diagram. If you draw the diagram, you can solve easy. Tell me, is there a requirement to remember the formula? No formula. Directly draw the diagram. And always remember that whenever the writing only bearing, it is forebearing. And whenever finding the bearing, forebearing of a particular line, okay? So you take angles from what? North to south. You see, from north to south I'll go 140 and then I am getting what? This line CD. Okay, and then the angle is given. So this is 116. They're asking this one, right? Understood everyone? Hello Santu. Okay. Okay, 39 questions. Something on building material. Okay, one question just I have put. They have asked less questions from building material. And mostly they are asked questions from RCC. Okay, RCC they have asked. Krishna sir will be solving the questions from RCC after this particular 39 and 40. Okay. So tell me the right answer to this. Okay. Tell me the right answer to this. 39. Which of the following is correct? Which of the following is correct in this? Please tell me the right answer. Slum test is conducted for what? If you know that much also you can answer this question. The answer is B. The answer is B. Slum test is not conducted for your settling time. It is conducted for your workability. It is conducted for your workability. And same with your compaction factor. Okay? Okay. Next question. Now, determine the water content. Now, this question is numerical, the last question. Okay? Okay? The last question. Here, we have to find out what? The water content of the soil sample, right? Now, whenever they're asking you water content of the soil sample, okay, and they're giving you dry unit weight, that means you have to use the relation what? ES is equal to WG, right? It's a very known question. Now from gamma D, how to find out E? We know it is G gamma W by 1 plus E, right? It is G gamma W by 1 plus E. Now this gamma D is given 18,000, means what? I can say 18 kilonewton, right? Or you can use 18,000 also, doesn't matter. This is equal to G is 2.65. Gamma W is your 9.81 because it's given 9810 Newton, okay, by 1 plus E, okay. So from here you can find out E. Now without calculator it is little tough, okay. So we have less time, so I'll use the calculator. In examination you can do the exact calculations, no problem. But here with the calculator it becomes little tough. So here from I am getting E of 0.44. And I'll use in this equation E is 0.44. Degree of saturation. Okay, degree of saturation is what? It is given as your 1. Why? Because we have the saturated soil. Okay, S is equal to 1 here. Okay, so water content we have to find out. G I'll get. G I have got already. It is 2.65. So water content is equal to 0.44 by G is how much? Your 2.65. So how much I am getting? 0.44. I am using calculator. In the examination there will be no calculator because we are having little less time. So I am using calculator. It is almost equal to 0.17. Okay. So this is the water content. So this is a very standard question where they ask you what? Find out the gamma D. Okay. So not gamma D. Find out the water content. So always remember that from water content you can find out, means what? Gamma D you can find out what? The void ratio. And once you get the void ratio, you can get what? Your ES is equal to WG. Okay. Now, so this is the end for the session for me. Okay. So now Krishna sir will take over. Okay. Krishna sir will take over. Krishna sir will be solving questions from RCC, environment and analysis. Okay. So you don't leave the session. Wait for sir to come. So sir will take questions from RCC, very important. Lot of questions are asked from RCC in the BHEL examination, and also lot of questions have been asked from environmental also. So sir will be solving those questions. Few questions from structures also is asked, but less, but more from environment and RCC, and sir will be taking those questions. So please stay tuned. Thank you very much. Okay. So please stay tuned. Sir will be taking over. Just wait for some time.
Hello dear students, please let me know my audio and video is perfect, and I hope all of you have enjoyed the session by Satyajeet sir. Okay, so quickly let me know guys, my audio and video is perfect. Then we'll start this particular session again, and in which we will discuss. Okay, so quickly let me know guys, in which we will discuss about the question of structure engineering as well as the RCC and mechanics and the environmental engineering part. Okay, so let's start the session guys. I hope all of you have solved the previous question which is already taken by the Satyajeet sir. Now let's move this particular session in forward direction guys, and we will have a very nice question from the environment part and the RCC part, which is a major portion of your BHEL examination, right? They have asked the question of mechanics also, but very few number of questions were there, right? So let's start this particular session guys. Okay, so those who are watching this video as a first time, and those who are attending my session as a first time, let me tell you about myself. My name is Krishna Yadav and I'm teaching from last 9+ year, and generally these are the subjects which I deal: environment, structure, RCC and mechanics. Okay, guys, so let's take this particular question guys. This is our question number 1. Please let me know the answer of this particular problem. Tell me guys the answer of this question quickly. The 5-day BOD of the wastewater. Now you know that guys, this particular question is very famous, right? This question is very famous. Means generally in any examination they are trying to prefer the question from BOD, COD terminology like this, right? So please let me know guys which one is the correct answer. You have to tell me the correct answer over here. Good afternoon Rahul. Santu, hello, how are you? In this particular problem you need to calculate it little bit. Okay, okay, so let's start this particular question guys. Let's start this particular question. Now you can see here what is the given in the problem. Just a second guys, just a second. I think I have some issue. Particular PPT. Just a second, right? Just a second. Okay, I need 1 minute only guys. Just a minute. Okay, okay, done. Just a second. Sorry for the disturbance, but guys, I need to change this particular one. Okay, just a second. Oh. Okay, guys, let's solve the question. Let's solve the question. Okay, let's solve this particular problem. Now, guys, you can see here what is given in the question. Basically, the 5-day BOD is given to us, right, which is basically 250 milligram per liter at 20 degrees centigrade. Okay, now, and the question in the question they have given the value of K also, which is basically 0.2. But you need to be careful, guys. While reading the value of K, you need to understand whether it is base E or base 10. So in the problem, what they have written, that is basically base E. Now, our task is to find out the ultimate BOD of the sample in milligram per liter. Okay. So you know the formula, very easy formula, right? So BOD 5-day at 20 degrees centigrade is equal to how much? It is equal to BOD ultimate, right? Bracket 1 minus e raised to power minus k into t, correct? Now we know this particular value, which is basically 250 milligram per liter. And let us consider BOD ultimate is not known to us, okay? 1 minus e raised to power minus k value is equal to how much? It is 0.2. And t is equal to how much? T is 5-day, okay? Now solve this particular value, guys, and ultimately let me know what will be the answer, right? Tell me, guys. D, very nice. D is the correct answer. It is 395.6. 395.6. 395.6 milligram per liter, which is nothing as ultimate BOD of the sample, right? Ultimate BOD of the sample. So D is the correct answer for the problem. Now the next question in front of you, guys, which is based upon the noise pollution part. Okay. What is written in the problem? The noise pollution can be reduced by using double glass window panel. Tell me, guys, whether the first statement is correct or it is wrong. The noise pollution can be reduced by using double glass window panels. It is correct? What do you think, guys? C. Okay. Praveen says, sir, C hoga. Very nice. Means the first statement is false and second statement is true as per Praveen. Okay. What about other students? D. Arun D. Bunty D. Very nice. Now listen, guys, basically what will happen when you try to put some glass work, right? So basically it can reduce the noise pollution. That's why we are trying to make a room, or we are trying to use some soundproof material mostly. So can I say that, guys, the noise pollution can be reduced by using double glass window panel? Yes, it is true. But if we talk about the second statement, the noise totally reflect back due to the two layer of glass. It is not 100% possible. Certain amount of sound wave may transmit through this glass also, and certain will get reflected and certain may get absorbed in that particular material. So it is not 100%, or you are not able to say that, guys, it is a 100% soundproof material, right? So that's why the second statement is a false one. The second statement is a false one and this one is a true. So which one is the correct answer? First is true and second is false. That's why D is the correct answer for the problem. Very nice, Joey. Very nice, Bunty. Now the next question is related to your structure part. Now, guys, it is very simple question. If you know the fundamental how to solve this particular problem by using equilibrium equation, you can do it quickly, right? And if you get the answer of a single member, then also you can take the answer very fast, right? Kindly solve this particular question, guys. And at the same time, I am also solving. For the truss shown in the figure, support A and C are the hinge. Okay, sir. So these are the two hinge support which we are having over here. Now the force in member AB and BC are respectively. Our task is to find out the force in member AB and member BC. Now, guys, let us suppose if I just want to find out the force in AB member, then I will get the single answer. Now you can see here, guys, in all the option they have written different means the answer is different for the AB member, right? You can see here like 10 compression 0, 10 root 2 tensile and 10 tensile. If I get the answer for AB member, I will take it directly. Okay. Now guys, let's find out the reaction at this particular support, which is basically A. So let us consider this is HA reaction and this is our VA reaction. So can I write here summation of moment at C is equal to 0. So HA into 4 minus 10 into 4 and it is equal to 0. So HA is equal to how much? It is equal to 10 kilonewton. Now this 10 kilonewton is in this direction. If we find out the force in AB member, then tell me guys, what is this value? Can I say that it is equal to 10 again, but it is tensile in nature, correct? It is tensile in nature. So that's why for AB member, it is 10 tensile. So only we are having a single option in which this particular value is given. So that's why we can take this particular answer directly, which is basically D. Correct? Understood? Tell me guys, yes or no? It is clear to all of you? Okay. So let's move to the next question, question number 4. Now guys, this particular question is little bit logical, right? In which you need to understand the certain fundamentals of aerobic and anaerobic process of the sewage treatment plant. If you know such type of concepts, then you are able to solve this particular problem. And I will explain also guys what is given in the question exactly. Now you need to consider the following statement with respect to aerobic and anaerobic sewage treatment process. Now as per the first statement, the biomass production in the aerobic treatment process is less when compared to anaerobic treatment process. Now let me explain one more point over here. What is basically biomass? Biomass is nothing as the growth of microorganism. Now you know that guys, the aerobic microorganism is trying to take the oxygen which is basically freely available, and their rate of growth of is also very high as compared to anaerobic microorganism. Why? Because anaerobic process is slow because they are trying to take the oxygen from the molecular bonded oxygen, right? That means they have to put some energy to break down that particular oxygen and ultimately they can use it for their growth purpose, right? So can I say that the biomass production will be very high in case of aerobic and it is lesser in case of anaerobic. So that's why this statement is what? This statement is false. Correct? Okay. Let's read the next one. The energy consumption and the production is more in aerobic treatment process as compared to anaerobic treatment process. Guys, there are two things. One is energy consumption and second is energy production. You know that anaerobic process is a time-taking process, right? It will take huge time. If we are trying to give some more time over here to digest your sludge or to treat your wastewater, so basically you need to put more amount of energy in terms of electricity and etc., right? So that's why guys, anaerobic process will consume more amount of energy to treat the wastewater. That is the first part. Now if you talk about the production of energy, so basically anaerobic treatment process is trying to generate the dissolved gases like your H2S, methane, CO2 and etc. because their end product is what? Gases and acids. These gases, out of these gases, 65% is methane only. So if you have methane concentration, you can store it and produce some amount of energy from it, right? So that's why if you talk about the energy production, it will be more in case of anaerobic treatment process. That's why this statement is what? Again, it is false. Again, it is false. Again, it is false. Now let's understand the last one. Startup period is less in aerobic treatment process. Why startup period is less? Startup means to just start the process. Now, as I told you earlier also, there are basically two types of oxygen. One is freely available and second is molecular bonded oxygen. Molecular bonded oxygen. Now tell me guys, if any microorganism is trying to consume some freely available oxygen and they can start their process as quick as possible. Why? Because they don't have to put any kind of energy or any kind of effort to break down the oxygen from anywhere, right? So that is the reason due to which we can say that the startup period is lesser in case of aerobic, but it will be more in case of anaerobic process. That's why this statement is true, right? So only single statement is correct. That's why D is the correct answer. Very beautiful question, guys, which is designed by the BHEL, right? Very beautiful question. Next question in front of you, guys, which is based upon the engineering mechanics part. Okay, please let me know the answer, guys. What should be the answer for question number 5? S to repeat. Okay, Rahul, I will repeat it. I will repeat it. Listen, there are two things which is written over here. One is energy consumption and energy production. And what they have said, it is more in case of aerobic as compared to anaerobic. Now, let me explain one more time over here. Anaerobic process is a time-taking process, right? So basically, if you give more amount of time to treat your same amount of wastewater, right? So basically, it will consume more amount of energy. Yes or no? Tell me, guys, yes or no? If you are giving anaerobic treatment process, which is a slower one as compared to aerobic, so tell me, guys, the energy consumption in terms of electricity, in terms of working of that mechanical equipments and etc., it will take more amount of energy, yes or no? So definitely more consumption of energy will be there, correct? Correct. But if we talk about the production of energy production, so where you will get the more energy? In the anaerobic treatment process again. Why? Because, guys, what will happen when we are trying to treat the wastewater, by anaerobic microorganism or anaerobic process, so basically they are trying to convert this particular wastewater, means the organic matter which is present in the wastewater, in gases and acids. Now, these gases may contain methane, CO2, H2S, and etc. But our main task is to collect the methane, right? So this methane is trying to, means this particular methane will generate over here, guys, which we will try to store in gas collection chamber, and ultimately we will produce energy from it. That is the reason. Right? So is due to low startup period aerobic? Yes, we can say that, Praveen. Basically, aerobic microorganism will have more growth, right? And their growth is very fast as compared to anaerobic microorganism, and they can continue their process by consuming the freely available oxygen, which is available in a free form, right? They don't have to put any kind of effort, so they can degrade the organic matter very quickly as compared to anaerobic microorganism, right? Okay, so D is the correct answer for the problem. Okay, let's move to the next question, which is based upon your engineering mechanics part. Now, what is given in the question? Let's read first, then we'll solve it. Now, a mass of 10 kg. I think this problem is very simple. I think all of you are able to solve it very quickly also. A mass of 10 kg rests on a horizontal plane. The plane is gradually inclined until an angle of theta is equal to 14 degree, right? Initially, it was placed on a horizontal plane, right? Initially it was placed on a horizontal plane. But what will happen? Slowly, we are trying to increase this particular angle, okay, of the plane. Now, the condition is like this. Now, your block is present on an inclined one, right? And this particular theta is equal to how much? It is 14 degree right now, okay? Now, the block is to be placed on this particular plane basically, whose mass is m, okay? Okay, the mass just begin to slide. What is the coefficient of friction between the block and the surface? Our task is to find out the value of coefficient of friction, which is basically mu, right? That is the question. We need to find out the mu value. Now tell me, guys, if I resolve this particular mass over here, I will get the answer. Okay, let's draw the FBD of this particular block. So mass is m. Now you can see here, guys, I need to put a force in downward direction, which is basically mg, and this is basically our component, which is mg cos theta, and this one is mg sin theta. Now you know that guys, there is certain friction which is available between the block and the surface. Due to that reason, what will happen? A friction force will be generated in the backward direction. So we can write here, this is basically Fr, correct? Now how much this value of Fr? It is nothing as mu times of normal reaction. So this is our normal reaction N. Now can we solve it? Normal reaction is equal to what? Mg cos theta. So can we write here guys, in this particular direction the forces should be equal to 0, then only it is just try to slide. Okay, so we can write here mg sin theta is equal to what? Mu times, or you can write here Fr also, so mu times N, which is nothing as our Fr value. So mu into mg cos theta is equal to mg sin theta. Now let's cancel mg and ultimately we will get the value of mu. Okay, so mu is equal to how much? It is sin theta divided by cos theta. So sin 14 degree divided by cos 14 degree. Mu is equal to sin 14 divided by cos 14 degree. We need to use the calculator over here. Okay, then only we can solve this. Okay, tell me guys, which one is the correct answer? Sin 14 divided by cos 14. So we are getting a value of 0.25. That means D is the correct answer for the problem. Arun, B is not the correct answer. 0.42. It should be D, na? It should be D. Very nice. Okay. Let's move to the next question, which is related to your strength of material part, right? And we can solve this particular question very easily. Please let me know, have you done this particular question? Have you done this particular problem? Done. Okay. So let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. Determine the quantity of bleaching powder required for rural water supply scheme so as to chlorinate 20,000 liter of water whose chlorine demand is 2 milligram per liter. Now assume bleaching powder has 40% available chlorine. Okay. Now guys, in this particular question, they have given, we are having a bleaching powder which is 40%, in which 40% is available chlorine. The rest of the things are impurity. Okay. Now our task is to find out the quantity of bleaching powder in this case, right? So let's solve it. First, we'll find out what is the chlorine demand of the rural water supply scheme. So chlorine demand for rural water supply scheme, right? How much it is? You can see here guys, the water is basically 20,000 multiplied by how much? It is 2 milligram per liter. Okay. Now guys, if we solve it, how much we are getting? 20,000 multiplied by 2, that is basically 40,000. 40,000 milligram, right? 40,000 milligram. Now guys, let's convert this particular value in terms of gram first. So divided by 1000, you will get 40 gram, which is basically chlorine demand. But guys, our task is to find out the bleaching powder requirement. So can I write here the bleaching powder requirement is equal to chlorine demand divided by percentage purity of bleaching powder. Percentage purity of bleaching powder. This value is given as 40 divided by how much? It should be 0.4. How much you are getting guys? Very nice Santu, very nice Juhi, Praveen, very nice. So it should be 40 divided by 0.4. So we are getting a value of 100 gram as the answer. Very nice. So D is the correct answer for the problem. D is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question, which is based upon RCC, and it is a direct question from your code itself. Okay. So tell me guys, I hope all of you know the answer. Please let me know the correct answer quickly. as per the IS code, the minimum characteristic strength of concrete which is to be used in case of pre-tension and the post-tension member. 40 and 30, very famous, right? 40 and 30. C is the correct answer. For pre-tension work, we need to use M40, and for post-tension work, we need to use M30. Correct. Very nice. Next question, which is based upon the test, right? So, which of the following test employ Farron indicator, right? In which particular test you are using Farron indicator? That is the question. Again, very simple question, guys, which is based upon no Anushka, not iron. Do not relate the Farron with iron, right? Basically, this Farron indicator is to be used in case of COD, right? While finding the value of COD or chemical oxygen demand, you need to use the Farron indicator, correct? So that's why, guys, C is the correct answer for the problem. Not A, Arun, it is C. It is C. COD. Next question, guys. I think this question you have already done, which is based upon the buckling load condition. This particular question you have done for the column. Done. Okay. Let's move to the next question, which is again based upon the RCC part. And again, guys, in this problem, they have asked the direct, you can say that the direct values of the codal provision, right? So as per IS 456-2000, the minimum grade of concrete which you have to use for plain concrete work, right, and the reinforced concrete work which is exposed directly along the sea coast area. M20 and M25. Okay, what about other students? What do you say? D, Yamna D. Very nice, Yamna. Any other student? Rahul D. Yes, it should be M20 and M30, right? The minimum grade is M20 and M30. Why? Because we are doing some RCC work which is exposed directly to the sea coast area. Okay. Next question, guys, which is based upon the noise pollution, right? You know that in the GATE examination, noise pollution is not there right now, but in the BHEL examination, you may get the question from this, right? So be ready with this topic also. What will be the resultant decibel level when there are 4 sources making noise of equal level? Okay. There are basically 4 sources which is trying to produce same level of noise. So I think you know this particular concept. When you have 2 different level of noise, yes, it is increased by 6. Okay, let me write here. What happened, guys? Basically, let us suppose this is level of noise 1 and level noise 2, right? So let us consider both the values are same. Both the values are same. Then the resultant level of noise will be increased by 3. It will be increased by 3. It will be increased by 3. Now, if you add these two values, basically, by finding the resultant value, how you can do it? You need to find out the root mean square value first, PRMS value first. Okay. Then after that, you have to consider you need to find out the PRMS value again, guys, by using under root of PRMS1, PRMS2 square. Okay. Then after this, you need to put this particular value in the formula, and again, you will get the level of noise, how much level of noise is generated. Now I will tell you a direct formula which we can use over here. Let us suppose, guys, if you have 20 decibel level of noise and another level of noise is 20 decibel, then the resultant will be 23. Then the resultant will be 23. When we are trying to add 2 same level of noise, then the resultant will increase by 3. Okay. Now tell me, guys, if we have 4 level of noise which is basically of same value, okay, same value, that means 20 plus 20, it will be what? It will be 23 decibel. 23 decibel, correct? 20 plus 20 is what? 23 decibel, which is our formula. Now if you are trying to produce, or if you are trying to generate a resultant decibel level which is generated from 4 sources, then it should be increased by what? It should be increased by 6. It should be increased by 6. Okay. How it can be 6? Let me explain. If you add these two value, what will be answer? If you add these two value, what will be answer? You need to increase by 3. Okay. Now tell me what will be answer? It should be 26 decibel. It should be 26 decibel. If you add these two value, it will become 26. Now tell me, as compared to initial value, how much amount of decibel it has increased? 6 decibel. That's why D is the correct answer. Clear? D is the correct answer. Okay. Next question, guys. Next question. Identify the characteristic of a coliform microorganism. What should be the characteristic of coliform microorganism? Tell me, guys, quickly. It is D. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Any other student? Anushka D. Santu B. 1, 3, 4. D. 2, 3, 4. What is bacillus? Anyone who can tell me, guys, what is bacillus? What is bacillus? ये याद नहीं होता. What do you mean by bacillus? Listen, guys, bacillus are nothing as these are the gram positive bacteria basically, right? These are nothing as gram positive bacteria. What is gram positive? What is gram positive? Anyone who can tell me? What is gram positive? What is gram positive? There are two terminology. One is gram negative and second is gram positive. Gram positive means, let me write here. Please remember this particular term also. Gram positive means what? Those microorganisms which is pathogenic in nature, which can cause some disease to us, right? But if you have gram negative, then it is non-pathogenic in nature. Non-pathogenic in nature. Now tell me, guys, your coliform bacteria, no issue, I will explain. Gram positive means pathogenic microorganism and gram negative means non-pathogenic microorganism. Now the coliform bacteria which we are trying to test in our wastewater or in our water, basically these microorganisms are non-pathogenic in nature. Now whenever we talk about the bacillus, it is basically a gram positive bacteria. It is a basically gram positive bacteria. So can I say that this one is a wrong one? Okay, so if it is wrong, these two options can be eliminated, correct? Now we are having A and D as an answer. Now you can see here, guys, third one is correct. Why? Because gram negative is a property of a coliform bacteria, right? Which is basically E. coli, right? So 3, it will be correct. So that's why D is the correct answer for the problem. D is the correct answer for the problem. Clear to all of you? Clear to all of you? Okay, let's move to the next question, which is based upon the sludge formation. Next question, which is based upon the sludge formation. Now, an industry which is having a treatment plant which produce the sludge having the moisture content of 97%. Now, with the solid content will remain same. That means the amount of solid before, you can say that in the wet sludge and in the dry sludge, it will remain same. There is no change in the amount of solid. That is the thing which is written over here. Now the sludge is thickened so that the moisture content is now 94%. If the original quantity of sludge is P, then estimate the quantity of thickened sludge. Now, do you remember this particular relation? V1 bracket 100 minus P1, which is moisture content, right, of wet sludge is equal to V2 into 100 minus P2. But this relation is valid when we are having the same amount of solid before thickening of the sludge, before and after thickening of the sludge, right? Okay, let's put the value. what they have written in the initial, what is the quantity of sludge initially? P. Then 100 minus P1, P1 is equal to what? 97%. We need to find out the V2 value. 100 minus P2, P2 is what? 94. So solve it, you will get the result. What is the value of V2? Tell me guys, what is the value of V2? 100 minus 97 and divided by 6. So we are getting a value of 0.5. That means D is the correct answer for the problem, correct? So 0.5 times of P. Very nice. Very nice, Juhi, Yamna, Praveen, Anushka, Arun, Santu. Very nice. Next question is related to the structure part, and I think it is a very simple question, and all of you can solve it very easily. Okay, let's understand the question. A cantilever beam whose span is already given to us, which is basically 2 meter. Now the moment is to be applied at the free end for 0 vertical deflection at point S, right? You have done this particular question. Okay, I think, but this question is related to the structure part also. Okay, you have done it. Okay, no issue. So what will be the answer? Please let me know. It is 12 or 16? It is 12 or 16? D, 24. Yamna B, 16. Praveen B, 16. 16. Okay, very nice. B is the correct answer. 16 anti-clockwise. Okay. Let's move to the next question, which is based upon your rapid sand filter part. Now guys, again you may get this question, means these type of question in the examination, but the calculation is little bit simple, right? Okay, so let's understand guys how we can solve the rapid sand filter problem over here. For a water purification in a city, it is decided to use rapid sand filter after sedimentation tank with the following data. Now design loading rate per filter is this, okay, and design flow rate is this, and the surface area for per unit of filter is 55 meter square. Our task is to find out the number of filter units which is required in this particular plant. Now guys, we know that if we want to calculate the total area which is required for the filter, it is very simple to calculate design discharge divided by design loading rate. Okay, so design discharge is 0.5 meter cube per second. I need to multiply it by 24 into 3600. Okay, so that it is converted into per day value. Now divide this value by 200, which is meter cube per meter square per day. So ultimately you will get the answer of area in terms of meter square. How much you are getting? 216. Okay, Santu. We are getting a value of 216 meter square. Now we need to divide this particular value by area of 1 unit, which is basically 55 meter square. So 216 divided by 55. So this value is coming around 3.92, which is approximately equal to what? 4. So we can say that C is the correct answer for the problem. C is the correct answer for the problem. The number of filter unit which is required is what? 4. Clear? Very nice. Let's move to the next question. Now guys, this question is related to the structure part, and in which you need to find out the direction of sway, right? What should be the direction of sway of the structure? And I will tell you one short trick by which you can understand it very easily. Okay, let me explain one point guys, then we will discuss this particular problem. Okay, please let me know guys, if this is your structure, let us suppose if we take this particular structure, I think this same condition is given in the problem, but I will explain the concept first, okay, so that you can remember it. Now guys, this is the question which is given to us. Okay, now anyone who can tell me guys, what should be the stiffness of this particular column? What should be the stiffness of this particular column when we are having a fixed support at this particular end? It is 4 EI by L. It is 4 EI by L, correct? And the stiffness for this particular column in which the support is hinge, it is 3 EI by L. It is 3 EI by L. Now guys, there is one rule which you need to remember. Okay, whenever we are having some powerful column, or you can say that the stiffness is more for this particular column, then this column is trying to push this one, right? तो हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं ताकतवर कमजोर को झुकाएगा और उसी डायरेक्शन में स्वे आएगा, right? So this column is trying to deviate this one, right? So basically your direction of sway will be like this. Why? Because the stiffness of this column is more as compared to stiffness of this one. That's why guys the answer is C. C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Next question in front of you, which is based upon the two hinge arch. Yes, left is powerful because it has more stiffness. Next question, for two hinge arch, if you want to find out the horizontal thrust value, how you can solve it? How you can find out the horizontal thrust value in case of two hinge arch? Tell me guys. Let us suppose this is your two hinge arch and I want to find out the horizontal thrust which is present at the support. Let us consider this H value. We need to find this particular H value. How we can find it? That is the question. Yes, C is the correct answer. So what you have to write over here guys, this horizontal thrust is equal to what? Integration of my dy by dx divided by integration y square ds by ei. Okay, so C is the correct answer for the problem. C is the correct answer for the problem. C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Very nice. Next question guys, which is based upon the environmental engineering part, in which they have asked the question which is related to the solid waste management, and there are basically two methods. One is Bangalore method and second is Indore method, and I think all of you know about it guys. Basically these method will depend upon two different conditions. One is aerobic, second is anaerobic. Now just read the statement and you will get the answer. Question number 19. It is D. Okay, Praveen, Santu, D. Very nice. Bangalore method had anaerobic decomposition, but if we talk about the Indore method, which follow the aerobic decomposition of waste. So D is the correct answer. Very nice. Next question, which is related to the grid chamber. In this particular problem, we need to find out the surface loading rate and the detention time of the grid chamber. Clear? So let's solve it guys. Surface loading rate of the grid chamber is what? It is nothing as your design discharge divided by surface area, right? What is the surface area over here? You can see here guys, the length is given to us and width is given to us. So it is 750 meter cube per hour. Okay, meter cube per hour divided by area is 10 into 1.5 meter square. Let's solve this one. How much we are getting? 750 divided by 15, so we are getting 50. So it is coming around 50 meter cube per hour per meter square, right? Or either we can write it 50,000 liter per hour per meter square also. Correct? These are the two options which we can put. Okay, but guys, we need to see here there are two options which is having same value. One is this and second is this. So still we need to find out the value of detention time. So let's find out what is the value of detention time. It is nothing as volume of the tank divided by design discharge. Now total volume is 10 into 1.5 into 0.75 divided by 750. So you will get the answer in terms of hour, but I need to convert it in terms of minute. So I will multiply it by 60. So it is coming around 0.9 minute. 0.9 minute. Okay. So tell me guys, which will be this correct combination? It should be B. It should be B. Very nice Santu. Very nice Amna. It should be B, which is basically 50,000 liter per hour per meter square and 0.9 minute. Next question, which is related to the sludge digestion process. You need to tell me, guys, what should be the correct sequence, right? What should be the correct sequence in case of sludge digestion process? Very common question, very common question. See, first is hydrolysis process. Then we need to go with the acidogenesis, and third one is methanogenesis. Let me explain it, what it is exactly. Hydrolysis is nothing as it is the process in which your complex organic compound will get converted into simple organic compound, right? How? By adding water. That is called hydrolysis. Then we have acidogenesis. Acidogenesis is nothing as, now these simple compound is consumed by acid former, which is nothing as bacteria, which is trying to convert this simple organic compound in terms of acid. Now after this conversion, we have methane former. Now these methane former will try to consume this particular acid to convert in terms of gases, which is basically methane and other gases, right? So that's why, guys, these are the three sequence which we have to follow in case of sludge digestion: hydrolysis, acidogenesis and methanogenesis. That's why, guys, C is the correct answer for the problem. Next question in front of you, very simple. Anyone can answer, guys. Anyone can give the answer for this problem. Okay, anyone can give the answer. Which of the following is not an example of indeterminate structure? Which of the following is not an example of indeterminate structure? Which is not an indeterminate structure? B. No, Anushka. C. Praveen, C. C is the correct answer. Guys, you know that the continuous beam is always an indeterminate structure, right? Continuous beam is always an indeterminate structure. If we talk about two-hinge arch, it is also an indeterminate structure. But if we talk about a simply supported beam, which is having some overhanging condition like this, right? So it is a determinate one. You may have 3D action over here, right? 2 and 1, 3. So we can solve here, guys. DSC is equal to what? 3 minus 3, and it should be equal to 0. What about DSI? It is an open structure. So there is no internal static in MESI. So ultimately the value is 0. Yes, Rahul. Yes, all these questions are PYQ of BHEL. Next question, which is related to the air pollution part, and in this particular question, you need to understand how to convert the unit of microgram per meter cube into milligram per liter. Okay, very simple question. Let me explain, guys. Do you know this particular formula? If you have microgram per meter cube, then it should be equal to milligram per liter multiplied by 10 raised to power 3 into gram mole mass, or you can write here molecular weight of gas, divide by what? Divide by liter per mole value in terms of volume, right? Now, guys, when we are having the temperature which is 273 Kelvin and pressure is equal to 1 atm, then the volume is equal to, this is the standard volume, 22.4 liter per mole. Okay. Now, guys, I need to put all the values over here to find out the concentration of SO2 in terms of milligram per liter. Now, this value is already written, which is basically 32. Let us suppose x milligram per liter multiplied by 10 raised to power 3 multiplied by molecular weight of SO2. So SO2 molecular weight is equal to how much? Sulfur is 32 plus oxygen is 16 into 2. So it is equal to 64. 64 divided by how much? Volume is equal to how much? 22.4. Now value of x is equal to how much? Value of x is equal to how much? How much you are getting, guys? It is coming around 0.0112, correct? So that's why D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer for the problem. D is the correct answer. Very nice. Let's move to the next question, which is based upon the oxidation pond. Oxidation pond. For sewage treatment using an oxidation pond, when it get overloaded, chemical that is added to stimulate the algal growth. You want to increase the concentration of algae in the oxidation pond. But the question is how you can increase it. That is the problem. That is not the Anushka, that is not the PV is equal to nRT formula. Some are saying B, some are saying D. Okay. B, sodium nitrate. Yes. You know that guys, nitrate is very good compound to grow the plants basically, right? So these are nothing as this is basically the main source to grow the crops and etc. So basically guys, we need to use the sodium nitrate to stimulate the algal growth in our oxidation pond. If you have more algae, then ultimately they are able to produce the oxygen sufficiently, and by using that oxygen, the microorganisms are trying to degrade the organic matter, right? Next question guys, which is based upon RCC, and again guys, this particular question is very simple, which is based upon the codal provision directly. So let me tell you one thing guys, in BHEL examination, your IS 456 codal provision are very important. Whatever fundamental codal provision you are having, please remember all those codal provision, okay, which is mostly used in beam, slab, column and etc, footing and etc. Okay, tell me guys, which is the correct answer? In reinforcement concrete column, the minimum and maximum quantity of longitudinal reinforcement 0.8 and 6. Minimum is 0.8 and 6 is maximum percentage. C is the correct answer. Next question guys, next question. After this we are having a last one. Okay, only 27 questions are there. Okay, tell me guys, for this particular problem, just you need to match this. Okay, just you need to match the option. Okay, from list 1 you need to match the list 2. For sludge bulking will occur in which particular treatment unit? Anyone who can tell me guys? Sludge bulking will occur in which type of treatment unit? Bulking of sludge will occur in which particular treatment unit? 2. Anaerobic sludge digester? No. Santu, rapid gravity filter? No. Trickling filter? No. Bulking of sludge will occur in ASP part. You forget it. Sludge bulking process. Sludge bulking process is occur in activated sludge process, ASP. ASP. Now tell me guys, if you have negative head, due to negative head, what will happen basically? The air binding process, which will occur in case of rapid sand filter. Yes or no? Due to this negative head, what will happen guys? Air binding process will occur in case of rapid sand filter. Right? Okay. Then pH reduction. If you change the pH, then what will happen? The anaerobic sludge digester process may get fluctuate the digestion process, right? Because our sludge digestion process will depend upon the pH value, right? Now let me tell you one thing guys, there are basically two type of microorganisms which we have discussed in earlier question also. One is methane former, second is acid former, right? Now what will happen, this methane former, this acid former is basically a very sensitive one, right? Now you know that guys, what will happen, generally the standard pH range should be in 6.5 to 7.5, and this methane former is sensitive one. Methane former, not acid former. Methane former is sensitive one. Why it is sensitive? Because it can work only in this particular range of pH. Otherwise it will not convert the acid into gases. If your pH is within this range, then it is okay. If it is not in this range, then it will not work, right? That's why guys, pH reduction is very sensitive in case of anaerobic sludge digestion process. Okay. Now fly breed, I think you have heard about it. Flying nuisance, which will occur over the trickling filter area. Clear? So for D, it should be 3. Last question, which is based upon the codal provision, guys. Again, now slenderness ratio in case of wall, right? Please remember these values. There are two type of wall. One is load bearing wall and second is non-load bearing wall. For load bearing wall, this ratio is 27. Load bearing masonry, okay, and for non-load bearing it should be 30. Please remember these values. These are direct values. Please remember it. Okay, so which one is the correct answer? It should be B. It should be B. Okay, now listen guys, these are the questions which I want to discuss and I hope you have enjoyed the session which is done by Satyajeet sir and me. And guys, today I have one more session. If you want to join that session, you can join me also today also, guys. At 5 p.m. I have one more session in which I will discuss the very important question for your GATE examination, which is related to the structure part, right? So 5 p.m. we have a session, guys, today. So please come and join that particular session in which we will discuss the ILD and different type of concepts. Okay. So at 5 p.m. we will have one session on the BYJU'S Exam Prep YouTube channel only. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Anushka. Thank you, Yamna. Thank you, Santu. And guys, if you want to get this particular PDF, you can get it from my Telegram channel also. So I'm sharing a link over here, which you can follow to get this particular PDF, which is which we have solved today. Okay. I will share this particular PDF on my Telegram channel. So you can follow it also, so that you can get the information for the further session also. Okay. Thank you, Praveen. Thank you, Rahul. Enjoyed a lot. Thank you, Anushka. Any doubt, guys? Any doubt, any query if you have, please let me know. Otherwise, we will close the session and we will meet at 5 p.m. today. Okay. So let's close the session, guys, and let's meet in the next session. Thank you so much for joining the session.